everybody. Hey, welcome back. Shane here from Guitar Work. This is a beautiful song. This is the Eagles' Best of My Love, from 1974. It might be off one of the very first albums I ever got. 1974, and fun fact, this is the Eagles' first #1 Billboard hit in 1975. I read that on Google somewhere. But welcome back here, Shane from Guitar Work. Glad to have you back. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. It has all meant the world here. And anxious to get through the song. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. There's not a whole lot of stuff to throw you at all. Couple of little gems that you can opt in or opt out of, and I'll throw them at you, let you make that decision. I'll send you, of course, to patreon.com/guitaratwork. Grab your sheets. I've got 2 song sheets here for you, and also a details page. Grab those. I'll be referring to those the whole time. And as I always say, Patreon does not have to be a lifelong commitment. There's dozens and dozens of songs up there that we can play along together. Go grab those. And also we communicate there. There's a great community. People talk to each other. And I'll be using the Beatbuddy from Singular Sound, proudly affiliated with them. We'll talk more about that later. And it's a whole lot more fun than a metronome. I'll jump in with a C chord. The basic strumming pattern you'll find on your detail sheet is this. Down, up, down, up. Up, down, up. Here comes again. 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. Up, down, up. And same thing. 3, 4, and a down, up, down, up. Up, down, up. There it is. Now notice there are 2 ups in a row in the middle of that pattern. Now, if that is new to you, or maybe if you've been doing it a while, maybe this is going to help you. If there's 2 ups in a row, it's this. Down, up, down, up. Now there's another up coming my way, and look where I am. Like, I'm doomed. I need an upstroke, and look where I am. So make sure you do what's called the ghost stroke. Down, up. You still do the downstroke where it would be musically, but you don't hit the guitar. And then you're back in place for your upstroke. Okay? I see too many people when they're learning these patterns. I see too many people doing this. Down, up. And then as an after that, running to have to race back down to go get that upstroke. And that just doesn't feel musical. So remember, it's all in real time. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now if we add what I'll call the big money riff, when you see in the first 2 lines of each verse, there's a C chord written. It's really the main riff is this. Off comes the first finger, this guy here, and you go down, and then back on with the first finger, and then the pattern continues from there. Now that technically is a C major 7th, okay? But we don't have to notate it every time. Things get really cluttered if you do that. It's a riff, it's throughout. It happens a lot in the song, not everywhere, but often enough that you could call it the main riff. So that would be this. Off, on, down, up, down. Now here's again, C, 3, 4. That's your intro, and also the first 2 lines of each verse. 3, 4, and a. Now the cool thing is when you get to the F, it's really F major 7th. I've written it as F major 7th. Only your ring and your middle finger have to come down toward the floor. It's your easy F. Some people call it the cheating F, meaning you don't have to bar this guy. A lot of you are going to like that. And the same motif, off comes the first finger. Now if you linger with that first finger off, that's pretty sour, but remember it's all in the corrective, and it goes back on. So we're getting. Let me play that main riff a bunch of times. Okay, here's a C coming. 3, 4. It's twice on each. Again. F major 7. Comes again. C. F major 7. Beautiful. So okay, stop tape if you need to get that down. Really, really pretty. And you can kind of add that to your list of embellishments for chords and do it on other songs too if they're using the same chords. Now when we get, there's a couple little items here. If we get to the 3rd line, that's the first 2 lines of the verse, of each verse. If I get to the 3rd line of that first verse, E minor, we try to talk it over. E minor, the words come out to, now G11 is this guy here, to there's a chord. Now the net effect is really a G. It's a fancy G. If you're not up to playing this G11th, you could just play a regular G while you're pecking away at the G11, okay? See a picture of him in your diagram. And now it can be pesky because it feels like a lot of other chords. Okay? It feels kind of F-y, it feels kind of G, it feels kind of C-ish. You'll often see it called F/G. It goes by a lot of different names. I'm going to call it G11 in this case. There we go. It's a rich sounding G, but again, you can use your regular G if you're not up to it for now while you're working on it. And then fourth line is going to be C. I know you are trying, D minor, to give me the best, C. Now, at the end of verse number 1, we're getting there. G, fill number 1 is this guy here. You'll see diagrams for this. G, G7, G6, and a regular G. Regular but special G. I'm going to change. I'm looking at the detail sheet now. You're seeing G, fill number 1. Now I'm playing this G this way. I call this the big kid's G. A lot of us might be playing a G like this or like this. That's fine too, but it just makes it a little harder to get to where we're going next. Highly recommend while you're watching a movie or something, throw this guy. Try to get used to this G because you will use him often enough. You're going to need more than one G in your guitar playing career, and this is a great one to have. It gives you access to stuff that's happening behind. Highly recommend. So here's a G. This is fill number 1 at the end of the first verse. G, down, up. First, pinky comes off, you go to a G7. Off comes the first finger. And then pinky's going on that 3rd fret of the B. And that's your G, fill number 1. Again, during the run through today, during the play through, you don't have to play that. You could just sit on a G the whole time, okay, while you're working on that in the background. So that's a big deal for sure. So now we are in, okay, second verse, everything's the same except fill number 2 in the 3rd line. Let me take the 3rd line of verse number 2, and we're heading for a play along. E minor, the same old crowd. D minor, it's like a cold dark cloud. E minor, we could never rise. Here's a D minor, above. Now here's a G, fill number 2, strum it once, and then pick individually the top 4 strings, your 4th thinnest string. So again, fill number 2, G, and that is written. The squiggly line means strum, and I'm going to rest my hand to individualize those notes. Me, I go down, 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 up. Okay, you could go all down. It's not fast enough to have to cross pick it. I don't think you'll find it. I'm just a bit more accurate when I do it that way. That's it. There's one more chord coming away, but that's really it. So what do we really have? We've got a main riff, and we've got fill number 1. If you opt to put it in, we've got fill number 2. That's really it. It's just simple strumming other than that. And then, okay, there's an F minor in the bridge. Here's your F minor. Now you can use the big kid's F minor, which is a full 6-string bar. I'm trying to remember that, you know, that's going to hurt a lot of people because it is the toughest place to bar on the guitar, on the 1st fret. There's so much tension between the nut and that very 1st fret. So here's I'm going to go 3rd fret on the D string, and then my 1st finger is across the top 3 strings, your thinnest 3. Now to get that, what I like to do is I'll put them on your 1st finger straight like that, squish them across, and then right on top of the fret, I'm right on the silver fretware, and then I'm going to roll him to my left, rolling him to my left like that. And that gets rid of some of the creases in my finger and where the strings might be hiding and buzzing, and then I'll place that ring finger. So if your thumb's up like this or over, you're probably doomed. If your elbow's out like that, you're probably doomed. So get your elbow into your rib like that. I've got 1st finger on the fret, squish to move it over, squeeze it over to your left, ring finger. There we go. There's an F minor now. If you get this, couple of notes in there. Hey, geez, if you get 3 out of 4 notes in there, you've got a functional F minor, and you got to clean it up, just like all of us had to clean that up at first. Okay, but it is a very popular chord. Got to get to know that. And if you do know the full-fledged F minor, go for it. Absolutely, I'll stick with the little guy here today, just to make things a little easier. And that's going to happen in the bridge. That's it, guys. That's the song. Toward the end, I'll throw in a little. The lead part for the chorus, to talk a little bit about expression, and I'll use the Aeros Looper for those that want to play along. It's a lot of fun, and we usually throw a scale or something like that at you, and that's fun too, but this is more about the expression, how to play a simple melody. And simplest melodies are usually the best melodies. We're trying to imitate the human voice, which is probably the most expressive instrument of all. So if let me do this. I'm going to invoke the Beatbuddy. Let's do a full play along. I don't feel the need to slow it down. It's coming in at 90 beats per minute, and I am using the Blues 2 pattern. The Blues 2 pattern, which comes on any Beatbuddy that you might choose. How do I know what pattern to choose? If you go to the Beatbuddy website, the Singular Sound website, excuse me, and you go to the Beatbuddy menu, you're going to see a song matching tool. you go to that, I typed in Best of My Love, there it was. There was a couple of options. One was the Blues 2 pattern at 90 beats per minute, which you're seeing there. Or if you've upgraded to the premium library where you can download a bunch of songs already pre-programmed in your Beatbuddy, amazing. That's the premium library. You can download that and put it on the actual Beatbuddy. That's really, really cool. I'm going to use just the regular standard pattern because I'm stopping and starting so much. That just makes a bit more sense. But hey, you may want to upgrade to the premium library if you have the full version of that Beatbuddy. And we're recording. Okay, so that's Singular Sound. And all the links are in the description below. The Beatbuddy is fantastic. We'll invoke the Aeros Looper later on at the end of the video and do the lead part. But the Beatbuddy is way more fun than a metronome. Highly recommend it. So many of you have been grabbing. If you use that promo code GAW10, the links are in the description. Use that promo code GAW10. It gets you 10% off at the checkout and helps to support this channel. Greatly appreciated. So I'm going to jump into a full play along. The play along, do what you can. If you miss the new stuff, get to the next stuff. Okay, it's all about recovery skills. Jump in, here it comes, and I'm going to start in. The Beatbuddy's going to give us a nice fill, and then we're in. So here's the intro. It's going to go twice. Hoot, two. I'll talk out the lyrics. F major 7. That's your intro. Same thing. C. First verse, we go to C. Every night, lying in bed, F major 7, holding you close, my dreams. Second line, C, thinking about things that we said, F major 7, coming apart at the seams, E minor, try to talk it, D minor, get over, E minor. The words, G11, if you can get there. 2 love, 2, 3, C. Know you were trying, D minor. Give me the C. Your love. Fill number 1, if you can do it. Second verse, C. Beautiful faces, C. Loud empty space, F major 7. Look at the way we live. C. Wasting our time. Keep talking 1, F major 7, left us a little F major 7 to give. E minor, same old crowd, D minor, it's like a cold dark cloud, E minor. We could never, D minor, rise above. G stop, fill number 2. C, but here in my heart, D minor, give you the best C of my love. G, fill number 1. Chorus, C, O, sweet darling, F major 7, miss my C, oh, sweet darling, F major 7. Here's your bridge, hang on, F minor, do what you can, F minor, going back in time, C, it's a sweet minor again, was a quiet night. I would be off D minor if I could go on G, sleeping C. Here we go. Every morning. Last verse there. F major 7. What's going to happen today? Back to C. You see it your way. I see it mine. F major 7. Both see it slipping away. E minor coming. Well, we always D minor had each other, baby. E minor. I guess that wasn't D minor. Wasn't enough. G, fill number 2. C, but here in my heart, D minor. Give you the best C of love. Fill number 1. All the way home, page 2, and O. F major 7, all the way out. Let me best man see. F major 7. Let's do a couple more. Sweet darling, F major 7. Get the best of my love. One more, last one. 7. Okay, I'll stop it there. It goes round and round, and goes round and round that intro, that outro fade. Same thing, round and round and round, C major 7, C to F major 7, round and round and round. But I want to get let's get a little bit of lead going, get the, hopefully you got through that okay. If not, you know what to work on, right? So you throw a movie on, you work on the new fills or whatever, but always do the song here and there in real time to find out where you need to improve, okay? You can't stop every time you need to work something out. It's very important when you're playing with others that you're able to go all the way through, bumps and all, okay? It's about recovery skills. I'm looking at the details page. Go grab those sheets, patreon.com/guitar@work. I will invoke the Aeros Looper, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to push that button, enter into the loop mode. It talks, this is the Aeros Looper by Singular Sound, happily affiliated. Love this thing. And I've got the gold version. They were kind enough to sell me. It's amazing. The buttons are dead silent, but it's plugged into the Beatbuddy and they communicate. You plug that thing in, and when I press go on the Beatbuddy, it counts to 4 and starts the looper. So it's a no-brainer. Big, huge graphic screen on it. You can see where the loop begins and ends, which is usually half the battle when you're learning how to loop. Okay, so highly recommend the Aeros Looper and the Singular Sound. You'll see all the promo codes here and down below. Wait, links are in the description. Promo code is GAW10. And gives you 10% off at checkout and helps to support this channel. Greatly appreciated. Enough of that. The lead, the very bottom of your detail sheet. Some of you are going to know what scale this comes out of. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you do. That's not what we're doing. I just want to present a really, really beautiful and simple melody. And yes, it does reside, as most do, within a scale, but that's not what we're about in this particular instance. This is about expression. So I'm going to go 5, 5 on the D. And here's how it sounds. There's going to be more slides, a few more slides and hammers and things like that. So starting out 5 on the D, then 7 on the D, 5 on the G, and 7 on the G. And I'm going to see a 7 to 9 with a slide indicator, little legato or slur indicator. So that is from the top. 5, 7, 5, 7. Now 7 to 9, pick the 7 and slide up to 9. You're going to have to decide how much pressure you have to maintain on the note to keep the note alive, but you still have to be able to slide. If you're pushing too hard, of course, you got too much drag, you won't be able to slide. I like to slide with my first finger on the very same string as well. I've got 2 fingers on there, and one is redundant, but it helps me. I just feel like I got more to hang on to. It's like having a seatbelt on. If I just go one finger, I'm more apt to skid out and things like that. You might be different on that. It's not written in stone. So here's the top. 5, 7, 5, 7. I'll slide 7 to 9. Pick the 9 again. And now I'm going to go 7 and slide down to 5. Here's the very first bar again. You know the lyrics. Oh, sweet darling. Trying to imitate that. And now second bar is 5, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Gonna slide down to 2 and end it on the 3rd fret of that D. That's a lot to read, so that's why it's important. Grab those sheets. It's hard to get it across in the video. I know it goes across quickly like that, so grab those sheets if you can. 5. Here's the whole thing. Again. Now, let me put the looper on. Again, they're going to talk to each other. I'm going to record this part, the chorusy part, which is what is supporting that lead. So this is cool. So I'm going to press go on the Beatbuddy. It's going to do a nice little 4-beat fill, and it will start recording on the looper. Love that. 3, 1, 2, 3, chords. Recording. And look, Ma, no hands. Fantastic. When it comes around again, I'll play the lead. Play along if you can. 1, 2. All the other stuff, can't help myself, but once you have the basic melody down, which is written there for you, you're going to find that little variations like I just played, they tend to come. But they're all based upon the fact that I know the basic melody. So watch out for this approach where here's the scale that would work over top of this song. That and others. It sort of disembodies things. The melody is definitely coming from that scale. But it's more the melody that we're focusing on, which is why I'm not talking about the scale here today. We've done a lot of that. Here's the scale you can use, here's the scale. But there's a real bona fide melody that you can work on your level of expression, okay? Expression is huge. Expression is a great big deal. It's not just this. I mean, that's like pretty robotic sounding. So the guitar is one of the most expressive instruments on the planet. You can slide, you can bend, you can vibrato. So you get your own font, you get your own tone, it's called. So work on that. It's a really fun thing to do as well. Play along with me on that recording. And I'm going to thank you for coming back. Thank you to Singular Sound for they've treated me so well. That is the Aeros Looper and the Beatbuddy. You'll see links in the description for those. Grab one or both of those, and if you use that promo code GAW10, use the link below to get there, and use the promo code GAW10 to get 10% off a checkout. I really appreciate it. Also, patreon.com/guitarwork. There are dozens of songs out there. Go get them, and we can communicate there. Let me know if you have questions, and happy to be here. And I've had a bit of a technical difficulty here today. I hope I'm going to have both cameras. This is the third time I've shot the video today because the first two, the card has gone wonky on my close-up camera. So I hope it's okay now. I've tried reformatting it. That's my problem, I realize. But get in there, enjoy it, and come back and see us. Leave a comment. Thumbs up mean the world here, guys. That is the currency here on YouTube. Thumbs up, like, share, all that good stuff. Comment, subscribe. Happy to have you here, okay? And have a great time. We'll see you the next time. Right? 1, 2.